Matthew chapter 7 is the final section of Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, focusing on the practical application of spiritual life, interpersonal ethics, and the necessity of true obedience over mere religious profession. Blue Letter Bible Enduring Word. Key themes and meaning. 1. Righteous judgment and discernment, verses 1 to 6. Jesus begins by warning against hypocritical judgment. The phrase, "Judge not, that ye be not judged," does not forbid all assessment of right and wrong, but rather the spirit of a fault-finder who condemns others while ignoring their own massive failings. LFCC Enduring Word. The mote and the beam. Jesus uses a humorous illustration of a man trying to pull a tiny mote, speck of sawdust, out of someone's eye while having a beam, large plank, in his own. He calls this person a hypocrite, teaching that we must first address our own character before we can clearly help others. Precept Austin Enduring Word. Pearls before swine. This balances the command not to judge by requiring discernment. We should not waste sacred truths, pearls, on those who are hostile and contemptuous, as they will only mock or turn violently against the message. Working Preacher Enduring Word. 2. Persistence in prayer, verses 7 to 11. Jesus encourages a relationship with God through persistent prayer, using 3 increasing levels of intensity: ask, seek, and knock. Study Light Enduring Word. The Father's goodness. He argues that if flawed human parents know how to give good gifts to their children, like bread instead of a stone, then a perfect Heavenly Father is much more eager to give good things to those who ask Him. Study and Obey Enduring Word. 3. The Golden Rule and the Narrow Way, verses 12 to 14. The Golden Rule. Therefore all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them. This summarized the entire ethical teaching of the law and the prophets into one positive, proactive command. Working Preacher Enduring Word. The 2 paths. Jesus presents a choice between the wide gate, the easy, popular path that leads to destruction, and the straight, narrow gate, the difficult path that leads to life, which few there be that find it. T.C. Daker Enduring Word. 4. False prophets and true fruits, verses 15 to 20. Jesus warns to beware of false prophets, who look like harmless sheep but are inwardly ravenous wolves. The test for a true teacher is their fruit, their character, teaching, and the results of their ministry. Just as a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, a person's true spiritual nature eventually reveals itself. Bibleref Enduring Word. 5. True obedience versus empty profession, verses 21 to 27. The chapter concludes with a stern warning that salvation is not found in religious performance, but in a relationship with Christ and obedience to God. The Gospel Coalition Enduring Word. I never knew you. Some will point to their works, prophesying or miracles as proof of their standing, but Jesus will reject those who do not truly know Him. Adventist Biblical Search Enduring Word. The wise and foolish builders. Jesus likens those who hear and do His words to a wise man who builds his house on a rock. When the storms of life come, the house stands. Those who hear but do not do are like a foolish man building on sand, whose house collapses during the storm. Adventist Biblical Search Enduring Word. The people's reaction, verses 28 to 29. The chapter ends by noting that the crowds were astonished at His doctrine, because Jesus taught with direct authority, unlike the scribes who primarily quoted other human authorities. Enduring Word.
If you're tired of explaining yourself to people who never listen, this isn't about them. This is about what you're still giving away. I used to think peace meant winning the argument, winning the moment, having the last word echo louder than theirs. Turns out, peace doesn't raise its voice at all. It just leaves the room. I spent years thinking I had to explain myself to be understood, defend my choices, clarify my tone, prove my intentions were clean. But the truth is, people committed to misunderstanding you will always find a reason. And I got tired of renting space in my chest to conversations that never wanted resolution, only reaction. Let that land for a second. There was a season when chaos felt familiar, drama felt like motion, silence felt like failure. Because when you